Okay, everybody, it's time right now for, what are we calling these? Africa Dispatch? Tanzania
Dispatches from Africa.
Dispatches from Africa, Volume 2.
FWAP 2.
What is it?
FWAP.
FWAP 2. That's right, because these are flopping right down. We're on FWAP 2. Last night we made a list of how many game animals we've seen in 3 days. This is our 4th full hunt day.
Yep.
In 3 hunt days, I think our list was 10.
Yeah, we're at least at 10. And I think we skipped a couple. I think there's stuff we missed.
Yeah. And right now, we are on, if it's 10, we're on number 11.
Yep.
We're working on number 11.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So last night, yesterday evening, we were driving through an area. We drove a long ways yesterday.
Yeah, we did. We put some miles on.
We had to go 100 miles yesterday.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Easy. We were driving through an area, and the trackers from the truck saw where there had been a herd.
Yep.
In one of the burned areas.
Yep.
And then we drove a little more, and the trackers jumped out and counted where 4 bulls had crossed this trail.
Yep.
So today we came in the morning, parked, and started walking into that area, and like boom, found 3 bulls.
Yep.
So we got on the tracks, and the guys, 2 of our trackers, Eliamani.
Yep.
And Eliamani.
Yep.
Eliamani's standing
right
here
here
with us right now. Followed them. They were in sort of a flat and moved up a rocky valley wall.
Yeah.
We bumped them.
Yep. They got our wind.
They climbed out, went to the ridge, climbed back down into the valley we were in, entered this big area of 8-foot high grass with maybe a few yards of visibility.
Yeah, maximum.
The guys tracked them until eventually you could hear them milling around.
Yeah.
And they were like there.
Yeah, well, the birds gave them away. The guys heard the birds on them, the oxpeckers. They could hear them kind of chattering. And so, we knew those buffalo were right there in front of us, maybe 50 yards, something like that.
Oh, yeah, you just hear them.
Oh, you could hear them, yeah. You could
but
hear
you had not a prayer seeing them.
No.
They milled out of there. The guys tracked them again. And this is hours of time that goes by.
Yeah.
Bumped them again. And now you feel like we're just going to keep hammering on them, keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the closest we got in that tall grass was like 25 yards. I could hear them like right there.
Yeah.
Just the only thing I saw was just like a glimpse of one's back line. It was so thick in there. And then, from there, they weren't really spooked. They were a little suspicious. They moved off. They kind of came into this miombo here, laid down. And then, unfortunately, it was one of those things. Even me, I kind of learned a lesson. Like my concentration was lapsing a little bit.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like, well, let's just sit down. The tracks were really faint. It was getting tough. And I was like, well, let's just chill out for a while. Let the trackers sort this out. And then, we bumped them. Even if we'd been standing with these guys, we likely wouldn't have gotten a shot, but we would have seen them at least.
But it played out when I was first talking to you and getting interested in hunting Cape buffalo, and you were laying out like how it works.
Yeah.
You included everything that happened.
Yeah. Well, even down
like you'll find them,
Yeah.
You might move them, wait a while.
Find them again. Yeah.
Keep bumping them along.
Yeah, well, even when we were in that tall grass, you saw them kind of zigzagging back and forward, which is an indication they're looking for somewhere to lay down. They're tired of walking. They're ready to lay down. They want to ruminate. So, we saw that several times today. And, unfortunately just bumped them. But on the good side, when they ran off, they made a considerable amount of tracks. So we've got something to work with this afternoon. So once we wrap up here, we're going to get right back on them.
Yeah. And you explained to me before, you can't do this without the trackers.
Oh, no. No.
It's absolutely dependent on trackers. The other day we were tracking one, and I said to you, I'm like, I don't get what they're seeing.
Yeah.
And you said, that's the point.
Yeah.
They can see things that you can't see. Yeah. Not that you don't know how to see, but you're like, they see things you can't see.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Their skills are phenomenal, what they can do. And the mental concentration and energy it takes to stay on those tracks. In this sort of thing, where you've just got leaf litter on the ground, they can track those buffalo through here. Even after all my years in the bush, I wouldn't have a hope of being able to do what they can do. So,
do me a favor and ask Eliamani, when he picks up a piece of grass
Yeah.
and looks at it and shows you and shows his partner, his other tracker, the grass, what are the things he's like, what is he looking at? What are the indicators he's looking at when he picks up a piece of grass?
Okay, yeah. Eliamani, kama unajua mara kwa mara unavyo beba chukua majani au nyasi kuangalia, unaangalia nini? Unaangalia,
najaribu kuangalia kwamba imevunjika ni kwa wakati gani, ni kwa sababu kwa sasa, kwa sababu tunafuata au ya jana au ya sasa. Ndio unaangalia kama ni mbichi, freshi, unaweza kukuta kavu, unasema ni ya jana au ya juzi. Kama ni mbichi, ya sasa.
Sawa kabisa.
Kama ina maji kidogo, unajua ni asubuhi saa 11, saa 12.
Sawa kabisa. Yeah, so he's when he picks up a piece of grass, what he's looking for is like if it was broken or if it was damaged when it got trodden on by the buffalo. He can tell based on like whether it's dry, whether it's still wet, whether it's got some water on it from like the dew in the early morning, when that actually occurred, when those buffalo passed through there.
Oh, really?
So he'll look at a piece of grass and he'll be able to tell based on its condition exactly when those buffalo passed through.
Yeah. Ask him, what is his favorite animal to track?
Sasa, kama unapenda kuinda wanyama gani kuliko wanyama wengine?
Ni mbogo zaidi, kwa sababu wengine kupata ni kama bure. Namba moja mbogo.
So, yeah, his buffalo's number one. He says all the others are kind of easy in comparison.
Okay.
But mbogo, which is buffalo, is number one.
How old was he when he first started studying how to track?
Okay. Ulipokuwa kijana, ulianza kujifunza kufuata nyayo lini?
Siku nyingi, kwa sababu sasa nimeanza mwaka 88 kuwinda. Lakini nimeanza nyumbani Maswa. Nimeanza kama jangili pia. Najua kutega mitego yote. Najua kupiga kwa mshale na sumu.
Kweli?
Kwa kabisa.
Kwa kweli?
Kabisa.
Yeah, so he used to live near a game reserve called Maswa Game Reserve, which is near the Serengeti, and he was a kid basically, and he was a poacher. So he used to hunt with a bow and arrow and poison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he used to hunt with poisoned arrows.
What was his favorite thing to hunt then?
La zamani ulipenda kuinda wanyama gani?
Zamani mbogo ni rahisi kwa sababu unapokaa kwenye maji, kwa tunatengeneza sarabeti ndogo kwenye maji. Kwa hiyo mbogo anapokuja angalia na kuja moja kwa moja, kwa hiyo ni rahisi kupiga kabisa.
Kweli?
Kabisa.
So his favorite was buffalo, and what he used to do, was he'd build a small blind near a water hole, very close, and when the buffalo came in to drink, he'd hit him with those poison arrows.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. When he looks at, like, oftentimes they'll find a dropping, buffalo dropping.
Yeah.
He'll scratch it.
Yeah.
What clues are within that when he scratches the surface? What sorts of things does he like to see? When is it 2 days old? When's it 1 day old?
Yeah.
On a dropping.
Ukiona mavi, unaangalia nini kuhusu lini wanapita au sijui?
Unaangalia, maana ikisha kunya inaanza upepo, inaanza kukauka. Kwa hiyo unaangalia distance imekauka kiasi gani. Ikianza kuingia wadudu ni ya siku 2 iliyopita. Kwa hiyo unakuta kuna wadudu.
Yeah, so what he does when he scratches it like that, he's looking at how dry it is and whether there's any bugs in there. If there's bugs in there, it's been a couple of days for sure.
Got it.
If it's very wet, if there's just a very thin layer of dryness from the wind, then he knows it's fresh.
Oh, okay. I got you. That's what that is? That outside, I was wondering why it's like an outside layer to it.
Yeah, the outside layer is drying in the sun and the wind.
Got it.
So he's actually, when he kicks it, he's looking at the thickness of that outside layer to know like how long it's been there.
Yeah.
And then he said if he sees bugs, no good.
Got it. if you're tracking a bull or a group of bulls, and you bump them once, bump them twice, bump them 3 times, does it get less encouraging or more encouraging?
Well, from my perspective, it gets, I would say it gets slightly less encouraging. You're definitely winding them up. Every time you're kind of, they're becoming like more tightly wound.
Yeah.
So they're going to put themselves in like thicker, darker cover. They're going to start to really kind of be very switched on, as opposed to if you haven't bumped them at all and they're kind of just in dreamland, they're just chilling out, which isn't to say that approaching them's super easy.
Yeah.
They're still tricky. But yeah, when you've bumped them a few times, it starts to get pretty marginal. And that's where I think what we've done today, giving them that little bit of time between each kind of bump to chill out, can help with that. Like particularly now, we've given them a couple of hours. They're going to be pretty desperate to ruminate and lay down. So with a bit of luck, that'll work in our favor. But generally speaking, yeah, if you just keep pushing them like that, it gets kind of marginal and borderline dangerous too, depending on the situation.
When Eliamani was a boy, was he even aware that you could have the job he has now? Was he aware that this was a job, and would he have wanted this job as a boy?
Yeah. Ulipokuwa kijana, ulijua kuhusu kampuni ya wawindaji na kampuni yetu na kazi unavyofanya kazi?
Hapana. Ni zamani sana, ilikuwa bado. Kwa sababu kampuni imeanza 84, ni bado nasoma. Kwa sijui mambo ya kampuni, lakini baadaye ndio niliingia. Lakini kupata kazi ni kwa sababu ya kujua ujangili.
So he had no idea. He didn't know about this industry. He didn't know about the job. He only came to learn about it later when this company started in Maswa. Hunting there, he became aware of it, but yeah, all he knew was poaching.
And then this might be an awkward question since you guys work together.
Yeah.
But what does he like think of the job? Does he like the job? Is it just a job? Like what's his take on it?
Unapenda kazi yako?
Sana.
Kweli?
Kabisa.
Na kufanya kazi pamoja na mimi?
Unaona. Sana.
Yeah, he likes it, and he likes working with me, but he's just saying that to be nice. I think I really chap his ass sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I hope he knows. I want you to tell him that I have every moment of watching those guys work is like pure joy to me. Like I really like following those guys through the woods.
Yeah. Anasema anapenda unavyofanya kazi sana. Anapenda kuangalia kama unavyofuata nyayo na kila kitu. Amefurahi kabisa.
Nashukuru.
He says thank you very much.
Tell him this. I hang out, like I know people, my friends, I hang out with like very good hunters in America. Unless there's snow, unless there's snow on the ground, for us, tracking is just that you can tell something came through, or you can tell something frequents an area, or you can tell it routinely comes through. But unless there's snow, we never follow an animal.
So, anasema anajua watu wengi ambao wanaishi Marekani halafu wanawinda pale pia. Hawezi kufanya kama unavyofanya. Bila theluji au barafu, hawezi kabisa.
Never. Unless there's snow.
Bila theluji, hawezi kabisa.
And I think he would enjoy snow a great deal.
Yeah. I think he'd hate it. Anasema, ukiona theluji, utafurahi. Ninasema ni ngumu sana, halafu pia utasikia baridi. Sana.
So we're gonna pack up.
Yep.
We're gonna go back to where we lost the track.
Yep.
And then when do you call it? Like, how do you, like, it's 3:30, it's gonna be 3:30 p.m. Sun sets around what, 6:30?
Yeah, you know, that's a hard question to answer. It's kind of my prerogative. I would say if we bump them again hard and they go snorting out of there like they did last time,
Okay.
it's probably time to hang it up. But in an ideal world, we'll find those things sleeping and they'll have chilled out a good bit since that last bump, and we can make a play on them.
And then, last question. If let's say we blow them out bad, tomorrow, do we just forget them and go find other ones that haven't been disturbed?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I like this area. If we blow them out bad and, for example, they go up on that escarpment again and they just beeline it to a different valley, then yeah, it's probably not worth coming back here. With that being said, yesterday was 4 bulls. You know, this is 3 bulls. One of them's either a different group or one of them spun off and gone on his own.
Understood.
Plus there's another herd in this valley too. So I'm by no means going to give up on this place. And that's why I've told the guys not to burn it. Which was sort of
we haven't gotten into the burning yet, and we need to get into the burning on another dispatch, but the burning is the greatest thing in the world.
Oh yeah, it's heavenly.
Yeah. Being able to just flick matches in the right places and
Yeah.
well, it'd be like it's slow moving, low intensity grass fires.
Yeah.
That don't damage the trees.
Yeah.
They just clear out.
Yeah.
The old dead grass.
Yeah, the decadent grass.
And then a few days later,
new grass comes up. Yeah, I mean, the burning really appeals to the little boy in all of us.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot of fun.
especially when you look and it's like you make like these perfect new grass growth areas,
yeah,
and then there's animals standing.
Oh, there's
there.
animals. Yeah. That helps them too.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Very like not destructive.
No. Very restorative.
Yeah. All right, so you guys ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right.